everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah, this is Jar of Fireflies, and here I make videos all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 3. And today, it's Friday, so we're getting ready for Shabbat tonight. Okay folks, this is gonna be a super different kind of Shabbat prep than normal because we're not having any guests this weekend. After the holidays, and then we had like a really big Shabbat after that, which y'all saw last week, I felt like we needed a break. So we are not having any guests this weekend. We're just gonna kind of stick close to home. My husband will still go to services, but me and the kids are gonna stay home and we're just gonna chill out and have a lot of family time, a lot of read alouds, a lot of games, just super chill. All right, so I don't know why, but when we don't have guests, it ends up totally changing how we get ready for Shabbat. As in, we cook totally different food. It doesn't happen very often. It's only once in a while, but that's what we're doing today. So my husband is planning to make fried fish tonight. So he's not gonna cook that until right before he leaves for services tonight. And then I am planning to cook fried chicken, or at least I was. Now I'm not entirely sure. Okay, the plan was for me to make fried chicken, which is what we're gonna eat as our main thing for tomorrow for lunch. But I forgot to thaw the chicken last night. So my husband's gonna try to find some chicken breast at the store so that I can still make it. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. We're gonna figure that out later if I need to. And I'm counting on not needing to, but we're gonna see because it has been hard to find chicken around here lately. Okay, now I am also going to be making a chicken soup for dinner tonight. I made chicken soup earlier this week. The kids and I just absolutely loved it. I mean, come on, chicken soup tastes like a hug. So I'm gonna be making chicken soup again for our meal tonight. So tonight, chicken soup, fried fish, bread and salads. So nothing goes together, but we do not care. And then for lunch tomorrow, we will have hopefully the fried chicken. And I don't even know what with that. Oh, and mashed potatoes. I'll make some mashed potatoes. So that's kind of where we're at right now and what today is going to be looking like. Oh, and I wanted to give you guys a Bella update, our dog Bella. Okay, so y'all know last Friday we had taken her to the dog trainer. She was gonna spend a couple days there. Y'all, this dog trainer is magical. My dog is amazing now. I mean, she was amazing before, we loved her, but the things that I was struggling to teach my dog, the parts of her training that I was having trouble with, the trainer just whipped it out in a weekend. So my dog heals now, which she never healed before. So that's really super amazing. We're continuing to train her every day, morning and night. And my son is also working with her. And the trainer thinks she could actually be a real life service dog, out of the house, which I really didn't think she had the personality for, but I trust this dog trainer much more than myself on these matters. So I am super stoked about that. So we'll be working with Bella today a little bit, doing some training with her. And as far as future dog training goes with the trainer, we're planning to meet the trainer in public with Bella on Sunday, so after Shabbat, and do some training at Lowe's or Home Depot, and where she's out amongst other people, possibly even other dogs. And then she'll take her again next weekend to work with her every day there next weekend. And then we'll go from there. But that's kind of where we're at right now. And I'm super excited. This dog trainer is amazing. I'm so grateful that we have her. And that's kind of where we're at right now with her training. So yeah, that is super exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead now and go clean the kitchen and get that soup started. And hope and pray my husband finds chicken breast. Okay, let's go do the things. Okay friends, kitchen's cleaned up enough, so I'm gonna be working on that chicken soup right now because I do have all the ingredients here to at least get started on that. Okay, so the plan for the chicken soup is to make like the base of the chicken soup, and then I'll also make a pot of rice that I'll just set out because leftover rice is really better for the soup and I don't have any leftover rice. So I'm gonna make it now, and then I will add the rice to the soup right before Shabbat. So that's kind of the plan there. So the soup is so simple. I have a whole chicken, and this is the secret to a good chicken soup. You've got to use a whole chicken because you want that yummy like chicken bone broth. Got a handful of carrots. I'm just gonna chop these up. I'm not even gonna peel them. And then I just have a ton of rosemary and thyme. And these are basically what I found in the fridge. They're kind of on their last days, and I kind of had to pick through some of it off that was going bad already. So I'm gonna just toss those in whole. I'm not even gonna try to like chop them up or anything like that because all of the leaves are going to come off of the stems as it cooks, and I can just pull the stems out later on. Okay, let's do it. Okay, the soup is now on the stove. The last thing I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of salt. When I say a little bit, I guess I really mean a lot. Of course, you can always add more later, and a lot of times I forget to add the salt, and I do add it later. But for today, at least, I have it here at the beginning. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put the lid on that and let that simmer for about an hour. So while that soup was simmering, I grabbed my Better Homes and Gardens cookbook so that I can make some banana bread. I had some bananas that had been sitting in the refrigerator for entirely too long, and I kind of needed to do it now or it just wasn't going to get done. So making some banana bread. The kids love banana bread. I mean, who doesn't love banana bread? Maybe a lot of people. I don't know. We like banana bread. All right, while I've got you guys here for a moment, I would like to ask you to please like this video. Give it a thumbs up there in the corner. I would really, really appreciate that. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button because I would love to see you here again. All right, so the banana bread is in the oven and the soup has finished simmering for an hour. So what I'm gonna do now is pull that whole chicken out of the soup and just put that in a bowl. I'm just gonna let that sit aside until it cools off enough that I can separate the meat from the bones. And then I'll be able to add the meat back into the chicken. And then the rice is right back there. So the rice is ready to go. And that's just gonna sit there until later on this evening also, when I will add that in when I warm the soup back up. Okay, so that's what's going on here. The kids are finishing up lunch. I made them some macaroni and cheese. I ended up having a little bit of rice with some stuff in it from my lunch. And what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna work on editing what I have filmed so far and probably clean up the house a little bit, try to clear off the dining room table and hope that my husband found chicken. I have still not heard an update on that yet. Okay, let's do the things. While I was pulling the chicken out of the pot, I was just thinking to myself, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Don't embarrass me on TV. But it worked out. I did it. Yeah, spoiler. But yeah, it worked. So yay. Also, I wanted to show you the little sprigs that I was telling you about. So you know how I just put the whole sprigs of rosemary and thyme in there? Now that I'm pulling them out, they're pretty much just all the leaves have fallen off, or most of them at least. Okay, so my friend just dropped me off a whole bag of etrogim. This is something we use on Sukkot, and I plan to make some jelly out of these next week. She dropped me off enough that I don't even need to worry about collecting from anybody else. I should have plenty enough right here. So I am super stoked about that. So next week. All right, so the soup, I have pulled all of the chicken meat off of the chicken bones and throw the bones away and put the meat into the pot for the soup. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to that. I'm probably going to like double the liquid that's in there right now and just let that sit there. And then the banana bread has come out of the oven, so I'll show you guys that too. Okay, folks, great news. We're like mid-afternoon right now, and my husband did come home with chicken. Super stoked about that. So he's in there preparing the chicken now, and then I'm gonna go in and deep fry it here in a few minutes. Okay, but while that's happening, I wanted to give you guys a little update. All right, now that the high holidays are over, Purim is on my mind. Okay, I understand, yes, the next holiday is Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a super minor holiday. I don't really have to do anything for that, except, I don't know, cook food. But Purim is coming up after that, and Purim is probably, I know every time we get to a holiday, I'm like, it's my favorite holiday, but like Purim really is my favorite holiday. Okay, now, this is big. Every year my family has done a family costume. We've done Star Wars, we've done Harry Potter twice, we've done Ren Fair theme, I can't even remember what else. Those are some costumes that we've done in the past. This year we are not doing a family theme. I know. I wanted to, but I also really wanted the costume that I picked, and I couldn't really think of a good family theme. Like, I've been trying to come up with a family theme for, I don't know, it feels like months now, and I couldn't do it. The only closest I could come was Alice in Wonderland, but none of us were just really super excited about that. So we're all doing our own thing. And this means that my husband will probably not dress up, but I don't know, he may surprise me. My kids have decided, at least at this point, that they want to dress up as characters in one of their favorite book series. So we'll see if they actually end up doing that or not. And for me, I'm going to be doing an 18th century Scottish costume. I am so excited. All right, so I've started already getting ready for this because I'm going to be making the costume myself. What I've done so far is I have done just a lot of research on what like clothing really looked like back then. And for reference, if you've ever seen Outlander, it's the same time period as Outlander. I am not doing an Outlander costume. Nothing against Outlander, that's just not what I'm doing, but it's that same time period. I just love historical costumes so incredibly much, and I love like long flowy dresses and things like that, and I love Scotland, so this worked out really well for me. So I started putting everything together for this week, and it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a big process. Okay, so I ordered 2 meters of my family tartan from Great Britain. So that will be shipped over here, possibly not even for another month or two, because like their time, I mean, this isn't Amazon, right? So by the time that they ship it over here, and then it takes 2 to 4 weeks for it to get here once they ship it, which I think they said could also take 2 to 4 weeks. So like by the time all of that is done, then I will get my cloth and that will be for part of my costume. And then I also ordered this pattern. So it's a simplicity pattern. So my plan is to make this part of the pattern. So it's a skirt and a top. Okay, yeah, my camera doesn't really want to get too close to that, but it is the skirt and the top. I already have a chemise that I can wear under it from our Ren Fair theme, and then I'll make the stomacher, which is that little, I don't know, kind of corset looking thing there underneath the lacing. I don't know what colors I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to keep it like super neutral because I think that's more historically accurate to the time. And then the plan is to have my tartan kind of on my shoulders, pinned on my shoulders, and then also at my waist. And a lot of the pictures that I saw from that time period, that's kind of how the women were wearing them. And it's something you could like pull up as like a hood or just keep on your back, like, I don't know, to keep warm and show off your colors, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. Maybe my Scottish viewers can point me in some good directions, but that's kind of where I'm going with Purim this year. I have no idea what Mishloach Manot would look like. Those are the gift packages that we send out on Purim, the like packages of food. I will probably do some sort of Scottish cooking. Maybe I'll just make a bunch of cockaliki soup and give that out to everybody. Okay, yes, I have a little bit of an obsession with Scotland, but it's my ancestry. I love it. Someday I will visit there, and I will visit all of you lovely people who live in Scotland. Okay, but for now, I think my husband is done setting up the chicken, so I'm gonna go in and get to work on that. It's kind of fun that I didn't have to clean the chicken or cut it up or anything. Okay, let's go deep fry. Okay, the way that I make the schnitzel is super, super easy. And this is the same way that I do chicken nuggets or chicken strips or pretty much anything with chicken because I love fried chicken. Okay, so I have a bowl of egg whites in front of me, and I have the pan of chicken that my husband prepared, and then I have another bowl with the breading, and this is just a pre-purchased breading. I think it's a Jason brand or something like Jason's or something like that, and we order this through a co-op, so because we cannot get it locally except during Passover, because these are gluten-free seasoned breadcrumbs, and they are delicious. And I'm just taking the chicken, dipping it in the egg whites, whites and then dipping it into the breading. And I'm just thoroughly coating those pieces of chicken in the breading, and because of the egg whites, it sticks. And then I'm just sort of pushing them up to the side of the bowl till I'm ready to put them into the oil. So I end up deep frying these. It's just oil in a pan on the stove, pretty simple. And I just put the chicken into there, and it takes, I don't know, just a few minutes, and then I'll flip them over and then do the other side. And it doesn't take long at all before they are totally cooked and ready to go. Once they're ready, I just pull them out and put them on a plate with some paper towels to kind of soak up a little bit of that oil so they're, I don't know, a little bit healthier. And then it's just repeat the process. I've got some more that I've done while those were cooking. I coated some more of the pieces of chicken with the egg white and breadcrumbs, and I'll just keep putting them on. It took me, I don't know, probably about 5 batches to do all of the chicken. We did a ton of chicken, and the reason was that we were eating some of the chicken as like kind of a snack meal-ish now, because the kids need to eat now here in the late afternoon so that they can hold off until dinner. But yeah, they definitely can't go from lunch until like late Shabbat dinner without something to eat. So they ate some chicken now, and I had a couple pieces also, and then we'll eat the rest for lunch tomorrow. And if there's any leftovers, well, then hey, I don't have to cook on Sunday. And yeah, there I go with a little bit of quality control. I had a few pieces, and then the kids also had a few pieces, and there's the last of it right there. Okay, so this is turning into quite the little cooking video today. After I finished up the chicken, I went back and did some laundry and helped the kids with the baths and worked on cleaning up the dining room, just some little things like that, just kind of that minutia that must get done before Shabbat starts. And when I came out, my husband was working on the fried fish, like actually frying it. So I grabbed my camera, and here he is making the fried fish. I don't know what he does in here, so if I knew, I would tell you. All I know is it's fish that he fries. I think it's tilapia, and he makes his own batter, and it's amazing. It's so delicious. So that's dinner. Yay. Okay, this day is winding down. Shabbat is getting closer and closer, so I went in to set the table. Now, it is just us 5 tonight. It's very exciting. So it's a very simple table setting. As a matter of fact, I took the plastic tablecloth that I cover the table with to protect our white tablecloth, and I cut it in half because we'll just use half today and then half for lunch tomorrow. So save us a tablecloth there. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same. I opted not to do salad plates tonight since we're kind of taking a break this Shabbat. I'm just giving myself a little bit less to wash. And then once I had the table set, I went in to take care of the flowers, and in the most mom move of mom moves in the world, I saw some leftover chicken on the counter. Most likely it was one of my children, so it smelled okay. So I grabbed some sauce from the fridge and I ate it. Please tell me I'm not the only one who does this. I know that I'm not the only one who does this. It was quite good. Oh, I did not make mashed potatoes today, by the way. Not sure if you noticed that one. My husband ended up making some Moroccan dish with potatoes, so we're going to try that tomorrow. He says that he messed it up, but he's always very critical of his cooking. So we'll see how it actually turns out tomorrow. But anyhow, and of course I messed up when I was filming me putting the flowers together. So here are the flowers done and the whole table complete, ready for Shabbat. Hey guys, okay, candle lighting is in just a few short minutes, so I am just popping on so quickly to say goodnight. Or whatever time of day it is for you, goodbye. But thank you all so much for watching. It's not morning yet.
Lights are off.
Lights are off. Okay.
That means this morning.
That means this morning? The lights will come on soon. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching my video today. I super appreciate you. Before I close though, super quick shout out. Thank you to Elaine. I really appreciate the gift. Thank you so much. All right. Hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload. right. The soup, I just pulled all of the chicken off of the soup, so I will show you that. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water to that. Okay, the chicken. Oh, guys, give me 1 second.
And then you just throw on breakfast, Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Like that's all he does for the whole episode.
That's all he does for the whole episode? That's cool.
And then he just gets so upset because his battery died on the boat.
No way, on the boat?
Yeah.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah. To lift everything.
To lift everything.
Yeah. But I don't want to be big.
You don't want to be big?
I want to, so I'm going to eat all my yogurt.
It's good to eat all of your yogurt.